Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Kevin with Optimized Essentials, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what to do when you're not in the mood to be doing anything or in the mood to be doing what you know you should be doing, and that could be the business project that you've been thinking in the back of your mind that you've been wanting to start, the project that you've been wanting to do, the homework assignment that you should be finishing, whatever it is that is simmering in the back of your mind and you don't feel like doing it or you're not in the mood to do it. I'm gonna explain to you in today's video all the things that is contributing to that reason and also what you can do about it, or at least instill in you the knowledge so that you are aware of what's going on so that you could not fall for this trap, all right? Because many years ago, before I got into the mood, the rhythm of getting work done, let me turn this music down real quick. Before I got into the rhythm, the flow of working, I was the type of guy who would always complain about, I'm just not in the mood to do it. I'm just not in the mood to do the work that I'm supposed to be doing, right? Still kind of loud. Jesus. Okay, much better, much better. Sorry for the cutoffs. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I was the type of guy who had trouble executing, right? I had trouble getting shit done. And every now and then I still have that problem just because of this, all the following things I'm about to share with you. I don't feel like it, but I'm going to explain to you why you don't feel like doing what you're supposed to be doing or why you don't feel like doing anything. And the very first thing that I'm going to explain to you is going to be this, all right? It's your state. The state that you are in is dictating all of the reasons why you don't feel like it. Meaning, if you have been sitting on your ass the whole time, if you've been sitting at home the whole time and you are in a low state of vibration, or you are in a low level of emotional vibration, meaning you are stagnant or stuck, or you're just very all over the place with your mind, the chances of you wanting to go out and exercise, the chances of you wanting to go start your business project, it's simply not going to happen because you're operating at a very low frequency, and you trying to get up or just do something that requires a lot of energy, a lot of activation energy, that is going to be a huge leap, huge gap. And if you are not in the emotional state, as in you're not in a high vibration, you simply can't do this activity, okay? So the activation energy is too high for you to feel like doing it, all right? You simply don't feel like it because you're feeling lazy, okay? And I want to articulate this by sharing with you a concept I learned in high school, right? In science class. The little that I paid attention, this is the thing that I remembered, all right? It's Newton's law. And I believe his first law states that when an object in motion will continue to be in motion, an object at rest will stay at rest, something along those lines, right? Unless acted upon by an external force. I'll post it up, the exact reason or the exact law, because I butchered it, but I got the essence of it, all right? An object at rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an external force. That external force could be your mind using it. It could be an external force like your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, or a friend asking you to do something, and that will allow you to snap out of it or conjure up the energy to go do it. But if it's just you trying to act on you and you have a low level of energy and you're trying to do something that requires a high level energy, you're simply not going to feel like it. It's not going to happen, okay? And then number two, so once we understand that your state, your emotional state is a big factor, we have to also number two, why are you in that state? It's because of ego depletion. What this basically means is you've likely been watching a lot of videos, right? Before me, you've been watching a lot of stuff on your phone. You've been watching a lot of stuff on Instagram. Maybe you've been watching some dirty stuff online that you probably shouldn't have been doing, or just things that deplete your ego, deplete your willpower. So every time you go on Instagram, every time you go on social media, every time you do something online or you exert your willpower or you make a decision, you are depleting your ego or you're depleting your energy reserves. And there comes a point in the day, depending on when you're watching this, most likely towards the end of the day, when your battery and your energy is low. When that is the case, the chances of you feeling like doing something that you know you should be doing is going to be a lot lower, right? You're just simply too lazy. You're too out of it because you've done way too many things, okay? Which brings me to number 3, all right? Too much resistance towards this object, all right? When you've had so many things coming at you, so much information stimulating your mind, so much entertainment stimulating your mind, information overload, and you're depleted, when you are doing this activity that requires you to be creative, that requires you to be disciplined, or requires you to exert more of yourself, like exercise, more pain, supposedly, or that's how you perceive it, right? Painful, this hurts. Writing this essay, 4-page essay, this hurts. There's gonna be a lot of resistance getting into the way, all right? I believe it was Steve Pressfield who wrote The War of Art, and he describes resistance as something that everyone will experience when trying to embark upon a new project, a new lifestyle change, or simply doing something that's going to be good for them in the long run, but is somewhat uncomfortable and painful and tedious in the short term, right? Short-term pain, long-term gain. But a lot of people want the short-term pleasure, right? Watching porn, eating ice cream, eating potato chips, and they're willing to sacrifice that for the long-term pain. So they're willing to take pleasure now for pain later, okay? So that's the third thing. There's too much resistance in the way of getting to do that item because it's just too painful. There's too much resistance, right? And the problem and the way around this is this, okay? That activity you want to be doing should be something that is pleasurable, as in, see, for me, making these videos now, because I've conditioned it, which is another point, but I'm kind of all out of order, so I'll just mash it all up, okay? For me, doing these videos now, they're pleasurable, right? They're fun. In the beginning, they were highly difficult. There was a lot of resistance between me and the camera, meaning when I was talking to the camera, not only was I very shy, I didn't enjoy the process because it was unnatural to me. I didn't know how to present myself. I was too caught up in my head with how other people would perceive me. And it just wasn't comfortable. Same with weight training, same with resistance training. In the beginning, it was just painful, right? Oh, this burns my muscle. I can't lift another dumbbell. But now I love that pain. I love that pain. Because I understand that pain in the short term, that burn in my muscle, because I have a purpose, a higher purpose for this meaning, for that pain I'm going through, like the purpose for making these videos is so I can serve you, so I can help another human being. That pain in that short term has a seed of pleasure implanted into it. And I experience pleasure within that pain. So a way around this is you have to condition it into your nervous system, meaning first you have to have a reason, a higher reason, meaning if you're doing this for school, you're doing this for work, you're doing this for the betterment of mankind or yourself just to feel better, you have to be able to tap into that pleasure right now. But that comes through doing it again and again and again and again and again, and doing it even when you don't feel like it. But the problem here is this: a lot of people can't find pleasure in that activity because in the beginning, you simply can't find pleasure. There's just, all right, too much resistance. You're in a state of ego depletion, or you're in a state of overwhelm, anxiety, too much information, too many things going on in my mind. It's about to explode. Too much stimulus. So you're just simply depleted. You're out of willpower and you don't feel like it. But here's the thing. You feel like watching this video. Why? Because there was no resistance. In fact, it was pleasurable for you, potentially, hopefully I entertained you somehow, for you to watch this video. It was easy for you to watch this video. So the first step, the first thing you can do is you want to identify the tasks the activities that simply have no resistance. Meaning you have no resistance to do it. As in, if a friend asks you, okay, let's go out to the nightclub, let's go out to the bars, let's go meet some women, you'll have no resistance. In fact, you might even be pulled, like not physically pulled, but you're like energetically pulled to that. But if the activity that you are trying to do, like writing that paper or doing that business project, has no amount of attracting force, the way out of this is this, okay? You have to change your state by getting yourself in motion, all right? Remember that Newton's first law? An object in motion will continue to be in motion, and an object at rest will continue to be at rest unless acted upon by external object. So what you can do is you can get your ass off of the chair and take a lap. Go outside, put some headphones on if you're not already listening to me with headphones, or if you're out and about. If you can do this right now, go outside and start walking. Once you get the momentum going, because right before I filmed this video, I took a power walk around on the building to get my momentum, my physiology in state, right? I started to pump my emotions. What you can do is you can start skipping, you can start jumping, and then if you want to exercise, all you have to do is do some squats, some body weight squats. You can even do this here. You could do 10 body weight squats. You can do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and get yourself in motion. The idea is this, okay? The activity that you're trying to do, if it's not pleasurable, has to be so small, so minute, so easy for you to do that you simply have no excuse not to do it. Like, come on, man. Even the fattest person can do 10 sit-ups or 10 squats. All you have to do is just sit down on your chair, right? Sit down on your chair and then come back up and do that 10 times, all right? But here's where you can make it one step further and condition yourself to do the work even when you don't feel like it, okay? You have to make it a habit. So when you don't feel like it, tell yourself this: I'm going to do 10 squats, and I'm going to just do 10 squats, all right? That's it. That's all I need to do, 10 squats. As long as I do 10 squats, but I do it at the same time, at the same day, or like same time of day, every day, and you condition it, meaning if you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is 10 squats. As long as you make that a habit, you're good. All you have to do is just build on that for now, okay? So that could mean for your work project, all I need to do is type the first sentence for this stupid essay that I don't even like writing for because I hated school, right? All I have to do is just type this goddamn sentence, one sentence, first paragraph, whatever it is that is easy for you to do. Once you do that, you get the ball rolling and it becomes easy, okay? So I hope that made sense. I hope that helped you. Let's do a brief recap of what I shared with you today, because I'm in the process of getting myself to do what I need to do despite whether I feel like it or not. And the way I'm going about it is I set a really simple milestone. Before it was like, oh, I don't feel like it, I'm not going to do it. Now it's like I have a specific criteria, meaning I need to type 1,000 words on my ebook every day without fail. And no matter how I feel, I just need to type. I just type. But I've conditioned it, right? You have to start small. And then another thing is I have to film one video every day, no matter whether I feel like it or not. Some days I'm going to have more energy. Some days I'm going to have less energy. Some days I'm going to feel like it. Some days I'm not going to feel like it. But I've conditioned myself to the point where even if I don't feel like it, my criteria is very basic. Write 1,000 words, no matter how shitty it is, write 1,000 words and film one video. That is my creation habit, okay? Now, let's do a recap for what this means for you, okay? So why do you not feel like doing what you should be doing, okay? The first thing is your emotional state, your physiology. Your state is influenced by the foods you're eating, whether you're stressed or not, have things you're thinking about, not drink enough water, watch my 6 foundations of good health, right? Not enough movement, not enough sleep, low on energy. You just don't have the energy to be in that emotional state to get shit done. You don't have enough nutrition on board, so your energy is all over the place. You don't drink enough water. You don't breathe enough good nutrition. You don't breathe enough air, right? All of these are going to factor into your state, your emotional state, also known as your physiology. And then number 2, ego depletion. You are depleted of willpower, which also correlates to your emotional state, right? If you're not following good nutritional principles, you're not eating correctly, you're not sleeping enough, you're just not going to have the energy and willpower to make the decisions that you know you should be doing. And that's why I encourage you to go to my channel and watch what you need to watch so that you can improve your willpower, you can improve your energy levels and make better decisions. And then number 3, the thing that you are trying to do, there's too much resistance. Meaning if you're trying to write a 4-page essay right now and you're looking at a blank piece of paper, and you can either do that or watch some cat videos on YouTube, you're gonna look at that blank sheet of paper and be like, nah, ain't gonna do that, nah. You're gonna push it off and off and off until the consequence, the pain of not doing it is so high, so severe that you end up cramming it and doing it at the last minute. So the resistance is too high. How do you decrease the resistance? Well, that activity, if it's not an external responsibility, it has to be something you genuinely enjoy doing, right? If you like learning, start learning. Just get yourself into motion. Watch videos on things that can improve your life. Watch personal development videos, watch motivational videos, things that have no resistance. But I'm assuming it's something you know you should be doing, like starting your business project and something that you know you need to do, but is just hard to do, right? If you need to start your business, you need to create a website, this is where the final tactics will come in, right? Newton's first law, number 4, you need to get yourself in motion. And you do this by doing something so small, so tiny, so minute that you simply don't have a excuse not to do. Meaning, it's gonna beep a few times and it's gonna be kind of annoying, but we'll talk through this, okay? Newton's first law, you have to do an activity, you have to get yourself in motion by doing something so small that you have no excuse not to do. Meaning if you're trying to build a website, you're trying to create a business, the smallest step you can take is buying a domain name. And if you've done that, then buy web hosting. And if you've done that, then create and install WordPress on your blog. So the small step has to be so small that you have no excuse not to do it. But here's where the secret trick comes in. You have to condition it and make it a habit. Meaning, if you're gonna take small steps, you better damn sure make sure that you take that small step every single day, meaning you can't just do this once in a while. You have to take that small step today. You have to do it tomorrow. You have to do it the day after that. You have to keep doing it again and again. You have to make sure you do it every single day, no matter whether you feel like it or not. And even if you don't feel like it, it should be so easy that you have no excuse not to do it. Same thing with the 10 squats. If you consider exercising, I will let you pass. If you are obese and you are sick, fat, stressed, and depressed, I will permit you to do 10 squats as your daily form of exercise, as long as you, 1, make it a habit, meaning you do it the same time every day and you do it without fail. And then also you condition yourself to do it, okay? So this video was about 20 minutes long, but I hope you gained some serious value out of it. What to do when you're not in the mood to do anything, or you're not in the mood to do what you're supposed to be doing, right? Change your physiology, change your state. Make sure you're not stimulating yourself too much by watching a bunch of cat videos and mindless stuff on social media. Decrease the resistance of the activity that you're trying to do by actually doing something that you have no problem doing, meaning watching a video like this or learning something and getting yourself in motion. And then also, if it is something that you just need to do, but you can't get yourself to do it, do something that is so easy, so small, so tiny step, right? Small bite-sized chunk that you have no reason not to do it. It should be literally a 1-minute job. As in, I buy a domain, I do 10 squats, I go say hi to my neighbor, bam, done. Turn it into a habit, condition it over and over and over again, and you will have the result and success that you had, even if you move like a goddamn snail, okay? So it's Kevin with Optimized Essentials. Apologize for all the profanity. I just felt like it helped me got my point across. If you like these videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Stay subscribed because I got a lot more coming your way. Peace.